Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-18. It's a Tier 2 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of mines and it's under the command of SpoconeKule. I've forgotten his name. SpoconeKule. SpoconeKule? It's a very difficult one to pronounce. We'll just call him Spock, shall we? Okay, well, battle started. This SPG has a 76mm regimental gun. It's got quite a good arc of elevation, but it's only got a narrow arc of traverse, only 6 degrees, 3 degrees either side. It's got a great rate of fire as well with that 76mm gun, and it is capable of doing 180 alpha, penetrating 21mm of armor, and it's got a burst rate of just over a meter. Well, as you can see, there's a lot of machine guns in use, and the first shot penetrates the light 5C. That's the British light tank. Rounds out with the M2, direct hit on him too. Now, Spock is relatively new to Arty, but he rather likes his SU-18, and I think you can see why. It's a very good little Arty. But sadly, it never actually existed except on blueprints. The Soviets were thinking about building an Arty, and various designs were considered, but they never actually got around to building this specific one. Oh, nice kill. AMR 35's out. T-26 GFT now, that's the Chinese tank destroyer. Oh, good hit. Penetration on the top of him. Going for the MKA, the German light tank, the premium. Another direct hit. He's very accurate, Spock. He's not wasting that many rounds. That one unfortunately hit the ground because the M2 pulled forward. But if he actually times it right, he should be able to get this guy. Nope, just pull forward too fast. He needs to wait until he's in the firing position and then to hit him. Well, that guy's gone away from his position now, and he tries to snap at the Panzer II and he gets him. Now, it's a tier 2 game and it doesn't have any tier 1 tanks in it, so obviously he's up against similar opponents. Good hit. Oh, he's receiving fire from the MKA. He's worked out where he is. 2 rounds in. He's lost virtually all his hit points. Only 23 left. Yeah, the thing about this Arty is you do need to move into cover of this rock in order to get shots in safety. And unfortunately, Spock didn't do that, and that's why he's now lost a lot of his hit points. VAE. It's a Vickers light tank. Lining up a shot. Oh, he should have pulled back a little bit further, but he didn't. So he's going to try again. Great rate of fire with this little Arty. Reload time is 8 seconds, but you can see here he's getting a lot quicker than that. Panzer 38H, which is based on the Hotchkiss tank. That's the Mini Mouse. Another hit. And up on top of the hill we've got that light 5C, the one he saw earlier. He's lining up a shot to try and go through the light Vic. He's actually aiming through, yes, and he's done that. He was actually aiming so the trajectory of the shell would interconnect with the target. B2, he should be able to get that. No, one of his teammates got that one. It was the M2 light. Going for the Panzer 38H again. He's about one of the few tanks on the battlefield who's regularly capable of taking out Panzer 38Hs because they've got such thick armour. They're very difficult to kill. The armour on this particular Arty is very thin indeed, and yes, the M2 light just found him and killed him. He was doing so well, but he just didn't stay in cover of that rock, and as a consequence, the M2 managed to creep up on him and get the kill. And there's down to 2 teammates left. Now, I don't think they're going to survive. It looks like the enemy's won this one. T7 car, who's a tank with only machine guns. Premium tank, light tank, and he's being hammered by those M2 lights. Yep, he's gone, and there's only one left now. It's the T45. He's holding this corner, but he's about to be attacked in the rear. And there goes. So sadly this one was a loss, but I'm sure that Spock will try again. Here's the end of battle results, and it was an ace tanker for SpoconeKule. Is that SpoconeKule? We called him Spock anyway. And he got an ace tanker in the SU-18, got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 8 in total. And he got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game, at least 20% of the enemy hit pool and over 1,000 hit points altogether. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, he managed to get 1,365 hit points of damage by accurate shooting. The next highest scorer being that Panzer 38H, who managed to get 1,138 hit points. But he's got incredibly heavy armor, and that's why the SU-18 is probably the best way to deal with them, because of course HE rounds do not respect armor whatsoever. They do damage regardless of whether they penetrate or not. The next high score after that was the M2 lighter, who was using his machine gun. I think that was the guy who actually killed Spock in the end. He got 923 hit points of damage. I think that was somebody who was seal clubbing. When it came to kills, it was that guy again, the seal clubber, got 6 kills. 4 kills went to the Minnie Mouse, and 3 kills went to Spock. And when it came to base XP, it was actually, yes, the Minnie Mouse who did the best with 1,027 base. The next high scorer being the M2 was 708, and after that it was the MKA with 465. I'm afraid Spock only managed to get 246 out of that game, but he was the best player on his team. He fired 22 rounds in that game, got 16 direct hits and 5 penetrations, 12 splash. Damage of 1,365 hit points, of which 1,339 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see a few close rounds, but most of it was at long range. He received 5 hits, and all 5 were penetrations. Most of them were machine gun rounds, and that's why, or cannon rounds, and that's why they went straight through. The armor on the SU-18 is very light. It's according to the book, it's only 16mm thick, but the actual SU-18 was only supposed to be 5mm thick armor. 8 enemies were damaged, 3 were killed, and he earned 10,901 credits from the battle, 6,854 from personal missions payout, and 1,124 from achievements award. That's for getting a battle hero medal in a losing game. He got the high caliber. 24,892 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply and consumables, he still took away a profit of 3,674 credits. He received 246 XP, 153 for the Achievements Award, 300 from Personal Reserve, and took away 899 experience points altogether. So pretty good game, and an ace tanker there for SpoconeKule. I'll never get these pronunciations right sometimes. I have to be reminded by the player concerned what their actual pronunciation is. Well, we'll call him Spock anyway from now on. Not a bad game for the SU-18. Very well done. Sad that it was a losing game, but you put up a good fight. And my suggestion would be next time, if you're going to play the battle in the SU-18, it's got such a short range. It's only 500 meters. You really need to get under the shadow of that rock. Just next to the cap, because if you don't, the enemy will spot you from the hill and they'll start shooting you, as they did with the MKA hitting you first. If you can get behind that rock, you should be able to maximize your range without the rock actually being in the way, and shoot over the top of it. The one good thing about the SU-18, it's got a very high gun arc, which means that yes, you can shoot up over things and also hit targets that are actually hiding behind rocks, especially that center rock where a lot of tanks at tier 2 and 3 tend to accumulate in the mines battle. So, very good game. Congratulations on your ace tanker and your high caliber. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.